If your Tinkercad project is showing an error, freezing, not loading, or refusing to save, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the most effective fixes step by step. These are the same troubleshooting methods that can help with blank screens, stuck loading bars, circuit simulation issues, and browser-related problems that stop your project from working properly. And if this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more simple software fixes and beginner-friendly guides. Let's get into it. First, we're going to start with hardware acceleration. Tinkercad uses your browser's graphics support to power both 3D designs and circuit simulations, so if hardware acceleration is turned off, your project may load very slowly or not at all. To check this, open your browser settings and search for System. In most browsers, you'll see an option called Use Hardware Acceleration when available. Turn that on if it's off. After that, completely close your browser and reopen it so the change can fully apply. This one step alone can fix a lot of Tinkercad project errors. Next, clear your cache and cookies. Sometimes the issue is not the project itself, but old or corrupted browser data that interferes with Tinkercad's connection to Autodesk servers. On Windows, press Ctrl, Shift, and Delete. On Mac, press Command, Shift, and Delete. Set the time range to last 24 hours, then make sure cookies and other site data and cached images and files are selected. Clear them, then sign back into Tinkercad and try your project again. If you still have the error, the next best test is Incognito mode. Open a private window using Ctrl, Shift, and N on Windows or Command, Shift, and N on Mac. This is a great way to find out whether a browser extension is causing the problem. If Tinkercad works in Incognito, then something in your regular browser is interfering with it. Common culprits include ad blockers, VPN extensions, security tools, and even dark mode add-ons. At that point, go to your extension manager and disable them one by one until you find the one causing the issue. Now let's talk about project complexity, because this is a very common reason Tinkercad slows down or errors out. If your design has too many separate shapes, too many layers, or highly detailed imported files, your browser may struggle to process everything. A simple fix is to group related parts together. Select the objects and press Ctrl and G to group them. Grouping helps reduce to load on the browser and can make your design much easier to manage. If something is acting strangely, you can also try ungrouping it and then grouping it again. That forces Tinkercad to recalculate the geometry, which can clear weird visual glitches or ghost objects. If you imported a complex SVG or a high-resolution STL file, that may be the real cause of the problem. In that case, simplify the file before importing it again. Reducing the number of nodes or mesh details can make a huge difference in performance. If your issue is happening in a circuit project, then the problem may be in the simulation itself. One of the biggest causes of a frozen circuit is an infinite loop in the code. If you're using code that has loop statements or while loops, make sure there is a delay, such as delay 10 inside the loop. Without a delay, the browser can become unresponsive. Also, check your wiring carefully. A short circuit, such as a direct connection from 5V to GND without a component in between, can cause the simulation to fail or crash, so always double-check the wiring, components, and code together. If none of that has worked yet, the next thing to check is the network and server side. Sometimes the issue is not your browser at all. It could be maintenance or a temporary outage. You can check Autodesk service status page at health.autodesk.com to see whether Tinkercad is having a known issue. If you use a VPN, turn it off and try again, because VPNs can sometimes trigger IP mismatch or security handshake errors. And if the website won't load properly at all, you can also flush your DNS on Windows by opening Command Prompt and typing ipconfig/flush DNS. That can reset the path your computer uses to reach the site. So to quickly recap, if your Tinkercad project has an error, start by turning on hardware acceleration, then clear your cache and cookies, test in Incognito, reduce design complexity, check your circuit code and wiring, and finally confirm that the problem isn't coming from Autodesk or your network. One of these fixes usually solves the issue. If this video helped, please hit the like button, subscribe for more troubleshooting tutorials, and leave a comment if you want a deeper guide on Tinkercad circuits, 3D design, or browser fixes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.